Not looking too bad.
It's about a 50-50.
I can live with that.
No, that's like a everyone but Meep survives, and that's what we came in here expecting.
All right.
Well, Meep and Thorin, the rest of us are going to be all right.
See if he can't.
We'll make it.
See if he can't hear us now.
I would just like to point out, if that's the case, I fucking called it, because my literal bonds to Meep and Thorin is that they both think like they're gonna die easily.
Stop! Lynn's character's just
Matt, are we good?
like
Do you know?
a death detector.
He's like, he can hear us barely, but he said you stayed the same. He's like, he can hear us barely.
How about now? Any better?
Testing.
It's us, right?
1, 2, 3.
Test 1, test 2.
He's like, yep.
Okay. I should turn my PC volume up higher, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So anyway,
Yeah, he said he could hear you now.
All right. So we're back on track now. So as Thorin starts trying to make his way, the crowd of Fae are just getting denser and denser. Meanwhile, Amanita, are you doing anything?
What are these people wearing again?
They're Fae. They're wearing whatever generic Fae clothing. They're not wearing robes or anything. It's just like generic whatever they would have worn. So you've got some people wearing tunics. Some people are wearing nothing, depending on what they are. Quite likely. I mean, I don't know, but the satyr might be pantless. Who knows?
Someone
Gotcha.
out there
Well.
Converse.
So.
She's gonna.
And meanwhile, Meep's sort of slashing and hacking away in Thorin's general direction while he's trying to calm her down.
Right, she's gonna try to stop Meep.
All right. So.
Begrudgingly.
Yeah. So
Feels wrong, but.
So are you gonna restrain her, or are you gonna stab her? Or what's gonna happen?
No, we're gonna go for restraint.
Restrain. All right. Give me 2d6 plus strength then.
Okay. You said 2d6?
2d6. Yep.
4 and a 3 plus strength. Strength is plus nothing, so it's 7.
All right. So yeah, you kind of pull Meep away from Thorin. You grab a hold of her and pull her back, but it's only for a second. The wild rage, she kind of wriggles free and kind of jumps back into the distance. And as she jumps back, she bumps into the satyr that they saw before, and the connection is almost electric. Her connecting with the satyr jolts the satyr awake. The glow fades from its eyes, and in sort of a moment of bewilderment, the satyr looks around, like almost like what's going on, and sees Meep. And when the satyr sees Meep, it yells an exclamation, "Dear God, Meep, it's you! I can't believe it is you. I'm sorry for all that I did. You have to believe that wasn't me. I was possessed at the time." And she embraces Meep and gives Meep a hug. And Meep has a moment of clarity. What does Meep do? Hello?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
What she's thinking.
Eat Thorin.
So, I don't. Meep's gonna tense up in the moment, and then try and shug off the satyr in the moment. Like, what are you doing? Get off of me! Like, no, I'm not about this. But wait, is Meep done with the whole anger thing right now?
At least for the minute. Like, it's a moment of clarity, having been embraced by the satyr.
Right. So, after trying to get them off for a good bit, Meep's gonna start crying and just give up.
Okay, cool. All right. So as Meep's crying and the satyr's holding Meep, they sort of exchange a gaze, and they're both crying. It's a sad moment, and as it happens, Meep's body starts to crumble away, just sort of deteriorating and falling apart.
Damn.
No.
Stan is beside himself. He's just in Meep's hood, just like he pokes out, and he's weeping. And he takes his top hat off. He knows what's happening. Meanwhile, all of you, of course, are seeing this happen. It's captured everyone's attention as Meep slowly rots and fades away within the satyr's arms.
It's been a good one, boys.
Does Meep have last words as Meep fades away?
Y'all been good. I guess Meep's just gonna apologize.
Yeah.
Just outwardly to everyone in the room. Just, I'm sorry. And then bye.
Yeah. And of course the satyr is distraught as this all is happening, and then sort of the last remnant of Meep fades from her arms into the ground. And then
into Amnamita's mouth.
Damn it!
She's not been dead more than a minute.
And so the satyr takes a minute and then looks at all of you and looks around and is filled with rage and anger at the situation. She can tell that the three of you were friends of Meep's and that y'all were here together. And so the satyr introduces itself, and this is the point where Tate breaks out her new character sheet.
Oh boy! So
question, real fast before she does that, is Meep's? Did all Meep disappear, or is her Meep's clothing still there?
Her clothing's still around, sure.
That's a weird question.
I pick up Meep's hat to wear it in honor of Meep.
Oh.
Did Stan also disappear?
No, Stan's still on the ground.
Stan can sit on my shoulder. That's cool.
Sweet. So do you gesture at Stan?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
Is Meep chronic?
Are you talking about before or after Meep was?
So yeah, okay.
Zombie.
Getting back on track, we have this new character who's about to introduce themselves. Obviously, Thorin has met this character before, so.
Okay. Listen, I don't have this. I wasn't expecting this. So, for the game, I'm going to just use the same stats that I have for Meep and stuff,
sure.
I guess. But the character's name is Kai.
Okay, all right.
His name is Kai.
All right, so Kai introduces himself to the group.
Well, I don't know who you guys are, and my kind of ex-girlfriend just deteriorated in front of me after I apologized for a fight that we got into because I was possessed. But what the fuck? Can someone please enlighten me? And then he kind of looks down at the dwarf that's the same height as Meep was and is like, have I met you before? So,
you're my whole reason for being. You taught me how to be the world's greatest barista, and I have centered my life around all of that.
Fantastic.
and then he's gonna just nod for a second and be like, right. And then he's gonna turn to Mist and be like, who are you?
I don't know. I'm just a dude holding a squirrel.
Right. Stan.
Missing his Opsy buddy.
Right. I'm gonna need Stan back.
No, you can't have Stan back. That was my old buddy. Buddy squirrel. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You can have his hat.
Just his little top hat. Okay.
Little top hat.
So as this is transpiring, some little bit of memory comes back to Kai, and Kai sort of recalls that the person at the altar, and he sort of relays this information to all of you. The person at the altar was once a human female but has been possessed by the Banshee Helba, and that they've been here chanting for 30 years. They're trying to resurrect Indek, king of the Fomorians, who wants to sort of bring the world to ruin. And sort of says that he believes that the only way to sort of stop this is to stop the chant.
Stop the chant from this one particular person or the entire group?
From the so it seems like the person at the altar is controlling everyone.
Okay.
Yep.
Does the person at the altar have any weaknesses? Well, no, I'm asking Kai that.
Sure.
Kai's been here, so I would
Right.
think that I would know something.
Yeah. So
Right.
let's get Kai to roll 2d6 on discern realities. That's plus. We'll say plus wisdom.
Alright, that's an 8, so that'll be a 10.
Sweet. Yeah. So Kai does know. Kai knows that while at the altar, the enchantress or the summoner can't move from the altar. She's pretty much fixed there and can't leave that location.
Mist, I think if you sneak behind the person at the altar, you can probably take him out.
Well, it might be a good idea.
I mean, if they can't move, you're the sneakiest one of us all.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. Why not?
All right. Is everyone else just
I'll
going to
sneak behind him.
Is everyone else just going to stay put while that's happening, or are they going to move forward, or what's happening with everyone else while that's going on?
I'm gonna get ready in case that fails for people to attack us.
Sure. Okay.
Right. We could probably try to be in the same place.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to start making your way, Mist, towards the front of the altar. As you're doing that, y'all see something coming across the platform where the altar is, and it's Anti-Stan in his bowler derby and mustache.
Okay.
No one noticed in the last battle that he wasn't vanquished and that he just disappeared from the fight. So
Well,
he climbs.
I
up,
did not even think of that.
so he climbs up on the shoulder of the enchantress and starts like chittering in her ear. As that's happening, y'all kind of get close enough that y'all can see the enchantress, and Mist recognizes it as his mother.
Oh, cool.
And Amanita recognizes it as the adventurer who awakened her.
Oh my god, that's my dad.
Miss Mom is...
That woman's still alive. I shall stab her.
So, yeah.
I've got to touch hell.
She's possessed. You know she's possessed. So, but anyways,
I like that. That's my dad. Well, that's my mom.
small dad. So, but as Stan sort of whispering in your ear, and you're all having this revelation about who it is, she looks up and looks in your direction and sees you. And when that happens, she starts talking to you, and she says, "You cannot stop the power of the Fomorians. I will resurrect the evil that will wreck this world, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing that you can do about it." And at that time, she waves a hand, and she summons 4 plague beasts. So they appear. They appear sort of all 4 at her sides, and sort of start their way towards you. You can see that 2 of them seem to be more melee fighters. 2 of them seem to be casters, and they look pretty nasty. What do you do?
You're
I
a
don't
really
see
shitty
that
dad.
anymore.
You're a really shitty dad.
So what do you do, Mist?
I said I don't see Matt anymore. He disappeared off my screen. Is he still there for you?
Oh no,
He's
yeah,
not there for me.
he's gone.
Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Matthew.
While we're waiting, I would just like to point out that it's definitely canon that she ate all of Meep to
Okay.
carry her on the battle.
All right.
Did Meat just get bored?
To carry her on into battle!
Is she going
They wouldn't have
to?
time to bury her.
Is she gonna, excrete Meep? How does that work?
Take Meat back home.
That's none of your business.
Sure.
Yeah, no. Kai is definitely like very, very on edge by the fact that you just ate his dead ex-girlfriend. He's just like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't even try to bury her, so...
You didn't give us the chance.
Wait, have the chance!
It's burial on the go.
Oh no.
It's they don't. There's no more dine-in in the Corona apocalypse.
So, good news is the weapons that the bard has. Since I told you that Kai would be a bard, he still has an arrow, a bow and arrow. So that has
there you go.
All right, so it looks like Thorin is still grieving pretty hard over the loss of Meep. Meanwhile, the three of you, what are you doing?
We gotta... alright, well, we gotta fuck him up.
question.
We got 4 enemies.
I'm gonna assume these things are pretty rough too.
I got a question.
Yep.
So, Kai was obviously woken up by being bumped into. Could we shake more of the Fae out of the trance?
I'm gonna GM voodoo you real quick. That's not gonna work just because it was the bond between the two of you that really shook her free. So,
Okay.
in the sake of time.
But I'm gonna shake my mom really hard. Her mom will be all right. Shit.
Yeah, you got to get close to her first.
I'm technically already there, aren't I?
No, you're still probably like, we'll say
We were trying to go, but we
50
didn't
feet
make
away.
it.
Yeah, you were kind of getting stuck in a crowd of people, and then all the stuff with Meep happened.
Yeah.
Well, while you weren't watching, I snuck over there. I'm a sneaky dude.
While the DM wasn't watching.
The DM is
Where are these, whatever the heck you call these things?
plague beasts.
Where are they
Plague
from?
rats? Where are they on the board right now? Are they near any of us? Are they next to her? Or...
They're sort of encroaching upon you from they spawned at the altar, but now they're sort of making their way towards you.
All right.
Do
Awesome.
we know anything about these creatures?
Well, spout lore.
Let's see who would know.
I'm a cave person.
Right.
They look kind of cavey.
Sure, but you're also like pretty unknowing about the world. Let's have.
He's 500 years old.
You're like 200.
Same difference.
Check your lore.
What would you use in order to
let's
roll?
let's get the we'll have it would be plus wisdom. So let's get our satyr friend Kai to check, since Kai's been hanging out in this place for so long.
I was gonna say I have +2 wisdom, so let's go, boy. Ooh, that's a 12, boy. That's a 12. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have some wisdom.
Yep. So you know that these are some pretty tough dudes. They're pretty resilient. They're fairly resistant to magic, but they're more weak towards physical attacks, and they don't move quickly necessarily. So.
Orange bag.
Hey, welcome back.
And Thorin has recovered from his grief and is now ready to enter the fray.
Yeah.
Sorry, internet dropped for a second.
All right, I think I know what I want to try.
Sure.
Okay, what
So the plague beasts are sort of coming upon you guys, and you're gonna fight them. Seems like. Oh.
Okay.
And you know that they're impervious to magical attacks, or not. They're strong against magical attacks, and strong in general. They're gonna be tough opponents.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's fuck them up.
So, what I want to do is, I'm a poisoner, and I chose the poison golden root.
Okay.
And so basically it says if I treat the target is treated with golden root, they see me as a trusted ally until I prove otherwise.
Okay.
So I'd like to coat one of my throwing daggers with it and chuck it at one of these bitches.
Okay. All right. Let's roll for that. You got a sheet.
Cool, man.
What are you rolling? Do you know?
I don't know. 2d6, I think.
What's your? There's probably like words on the paper. I don't know.
Whatever you want me to roll there, guy.
You're gonna make me read the rules. You're a thief. Let's roll 2d6 on Dex.
Well, that's 12.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. So,
So that shit's happening.
which one are you throwing it at?
The most dangerous looking son of a bitch out of all of
Pick one. Then. we'll label them left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick one.
them. I'm going to go with the nasty one that's got the freaking horns and the smoke coming out of it.
Okay.
It looks like a magic user. He seems like the one I want.
Yep. Okay. So you do so. And it does strike him. Where does it strike him at?
I don't care. Shoulder, face, whatever.
Okay. All right. Hits him in the shoulder. And as you do that, he's sort of overcome with like a trusting spirit about him. So he sort of stops his attack at the moment. The other three still on their way.
Cool, man. And I scream, Bill, I'm glad you're here, man. I need your help.
Bill.
Hey, man, if he trusts me no matter what, right? He thinks he's Bill and he's my buddy.
Yeah. All right. So, Bill.
I don't remember being named Bill, but I trust you.
Bill. So the magic using plague beast looks up at you and he says, "Bill, was that my name once? I can't remember. What is it that you ask of me, friend?"
Well, that's an interesting thing he says. Help. We are being encroached upon by other plague beasts, and we implore your help in any way possible.
Okay. All right. And so Bill then asks of you, and how should I dispatch of these plague beasts? Is it important to you that I do this?
Is it, guys?
Yes!
Then yes.
Cool.
I would say so.
So
The way Mike is saying this, it sounds like it's the wrong choice, but we're going to go
sure.
with it.
So
It's a trap.
Bill raises his staff and starts casting a spell on the other plague beasts. So as he does so, they're pretty riled up. Let me get you to roll 2d6 plus intelligence for because you're sort of in control of Bill at the moment. So
Hold on.
yeah.
So are these guys like the rat
That's a
pack?
10.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, Bill raises his staff and he uses sort of like a lightning spell. It comes down and it strikes the other three plague beasts. And let me get a d6 for damage on that.
A 3.
Cool. And so they all take 3 damage, but now they are mad. They're pretty mad at Bill.
Good.
And so all 3 of them sort of jump on Bill, and the one with the scythe skewers him in the chest. The one with the mace bashes his head in, and the one with the staff raises his staff, and sort of white smoke starts coming out of Bill, and they all start inhaling the smoke, and Bill's body sort of shrivels and withers away, and as they take in his essence, they all sort of glow, and Bill.
Oh, great.
But Bill is definitely dead. So and they've all taken a little bit of damage, right? So yep. All right. So what's everyone else doing? This is all just happening.
Well, I killed one. The rest is on you guys.
I I don't think you killed him. I think you just buffed the other 3.
You talked him to death. Like that
Not
is
my
not
problem. I
killing.
already got the first one.
Oh, and as Bill dies, he says, "No, help me, friend. Why would you condemn me so?"
Guy's just gonna be like, you gonna help your friend out or what, dude?
No friend of mine.
And with his very last breath, Bill goes, "You're not my friend. Curse you."
Enjoy your bed in hell, bitch.
Bill deserved a better friend.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it's a lie.
Yep.
He fell for it. His problem.
All right. So, what's everyone else doing?
Damn.
All right. So which one got taken out?
The guy with the green staffy thing.
Okay, so that was Bill.
Yeah, Bill's dead.
All right.
Something.
I lay on the floor, take a nap.
Kai, do you want to do a combo attack with me?
Fucking go for it, bro.
I asked Kai if I may.
Wait, let's hold on. Before we do all that, how big is Kai?
Something. Mama, I'm doing something.
Hi, Mom.
Okay, how big is Kai?
Yeah, how big is Kai? That's important.
6 foot, 200 pounds.
Yeah, he's 6 foot. I don't think he's 200 pounds. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, hey, look, as long as Kai is bigger than a pony, I'm pretty sure that what I'm planning on doing is all right.
All right.
Yeah, he's
So,
bigger than a pony.
because yeah, the combo mechanics matter when size is a thing. So, all right, go ahead.
So I want to ask Kai if I can stand on Kai's back, and as we go full tilt into like these things, I'm gonna just cup chuck them as we go by.
Hell yeah, brother, get on.
Yeah.
So, let's get Thorn to roll 2d6 plus strength for hack and slash. Let's get Kai to roll 2d6 plus 1 for the bond. Well, yeah, there's bond because you two are you're the barista. So yeah, look at
Right.
that. Built-in bonds. Who's a smart GM?
Built-in bonds. Oh boy, that is a 6 plus 1.
What'd you get?
Ooh.
That's 6.
Plus 1.
Yeah,
One
So
with the
7.
7.
Yeah,
So that
that's
pushes
good.
you in. That pushes you in some victory territory. And what did you get, Thorn?
I got a 10.
Okay. All right.
Let's
So-
go.
So yeah. So describe to me how it happens.
I do a flip onto Kai's back. It just
He has to bend down for him to get on a little bit.
okay. So I bend down, then I do a flip onto Kai's back, and then I hold on to Kai's shoulders as we run full tilt into these guys with my cups flinging everywhere.
All right. So which one are you headed for?
Which one would be the closest?
Well, let's say they're all fairly equidistant because they were just
They're also sorry.
yeah they were all feasting upon old Bill. So
How about we
Rest in
go
peace,
for
Bill.
the next
Oh,
one?
Bill.
Yeah, I feel like the next monster needs to go because even if the other guys died, that one can still bring him back.
so you're going with the
Right.
staffy one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
stat.
All right. The one that's got the staff.
yeah.
That's a different kind of plague.
It's the Stephanie.
That's a different kind of play.
We're calling him Staffany. Okay, that's fine.
Take
Oh,
out
So
Stephanie.
roll for some damage.
Oh, am I rolling damage or
Yeah,
am I rolling to
damage.
hit?
Yeah, you already succeeded in hitting, so just give me some damage.
Ooh, that's going to be a 7.
All right. So how do you hit Staffany with your cup checks?
hi, Stephanie.
As we get close, I'm going to fake it out and do like one of those hold to the sides. And then as I do that, I'm just going right for the gut with my cup.
All right. Cool. All right. So yeah, you hit Staffany right in the gut. And Staffany lets out a cry. Staffany goes, ah!
Evil rat.
So Stephanie holds Stephanie's stomach like a little bee, and you sort of ride by. But as you do, since since Kai did roll a 7 and not a 10. Kai kind of trips and stumbles a little bit, and you sort of fall off. Nobody's getting hurt, but you just sort of fumble for a second. And Amanita, are you doing anything during all this transpiring?
Sorry, new fawn legs.
He is going to attempt to shift into one of them.
Oh.
Okay. So here's the thing: you can shift to things that are from like areas that you're from, and if you if you research something enough, you can turn into that thing. So like the kobold, like they live in stuff. You could have done that, but these are like a new thing to you, so you wouldn't be able to shift into one of these.
Okay, heard. So
that's in the rules, bro. That's what the rules say.
All right.
I turned into a bear. Worked last time.
Yeah, she's already pretty.
A blue whale.
A blue whale.
She's already pretty adjusted to that bear life, so I think she's gonna try to bear out again.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So let me get 2d6 on wisdom. I think it was. Yeah, wisdom.
Word. I need to stop going for my d20.
Just go that way. You don't need
That's
to anymore.
4. And 4!
Woo!
Plus wisdom, which is plus 2, so that's 8, 9, 10. That's 10.
Cool. All right. So you turn into a bear, and you got your 3 things that a bear can do. Do you remember what those were?
It was bite, slash, and pin.
Cool. All right. So
Yeah, I fucking remember what those were.
So you are a bear with those 3 things. Did we lose Joel?
Uh-oh.
I still see him.
I see him.
I don't see Joel.
Oh.
Who might?
Oh. Well, me and Matt can still see you, so.
Yeah, I see him too.
Yeah, I can see.
All right. See if perhaps he won't come back in and go back out.
He's gonna log out.
He's going to.
Cool. All right. So
we're just having all the technical problems
yeah.
today.
Well, I think because a lot of people are at home. Because I've seen on the forums that Roll20's been having some problems a lot lately. But I think just everyone's stuck at home, right? So they're all playing together. So
He said it didn't work. Why don't you try it, Mike?
okay. Then he disappeared again.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's try one more time. If he does, I'm gonna have to lock you guys into place just for the purpose of the stream, and then you'll come back.
All right.
So you that means everything that you've organized will move, and I apologize.
That's fun.
I hear you.
All right. Y'all see Joel?
Yeah.
Okay, he's back. He said it didn't
Okay.
work.
Yeah. Okay. So let me. I'll come out and back in.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
He's gonna try it now.
Yep. All right. So let me change this real quick.
Pause the stream.
Change control. All right. So I will be right back.
Okay.
Maybe.
Hey, there he is.
All right, there. Okay, cool. Easy enough. And then I will give you back control of your windows in just 1 second.
That's fine.
Heard.
All right, there you go. You have your windows back now.
Sweet.
All right, so bear form, and Mist has convinced poor Bill to hack his friends, ultimately sacrifice himself. You guys did the charging bull and hit the one, but the one that you guys hit, he's pretty mad now. He's pretty PO'd.
Yeah.
So he raises his staff and he starts casting a spell, and then you all start feeling sort of an immense weight, and it's crushing. You're all being forced to the floor, and sort of at this moment, there's seemingly nothing that you can do, and the plague beasts are all laughing and cackling, and sort of at that moment, the amulet that Mist is wearing begins to sort of grow and shine, and a pulsating light starts coming from it. As that happens, Mist, you start feeling this power sort of well up inside you. You can feel a magic in you that's never been there before, and it seems like it's that thing that makes you whole. Like the thing you've been searching for your life and didn't know it. As that happens, you start to transform, you start to grow larger, and you start getting sort of this bark around your skin.
Blue whale, come on.
You start growing some leaves from you, and you become sort of this monstrous, sort of muscular tree.
I've turned into Treebeard.
Yeah.
Great.
Tree bro.
And as you do that, your companions start feeling some magical effects too. You guys start feeling a little stronger, and sort of wooden plate armor starts forming on like your arms and your legs and your chest. You're all getting sort of like this badass wooden armor all over you, and then you all sort of stand up in unison, ready to fight your foes, as it were.
We're flat earther, guys.
Stan is tittering excitedly because he's in a tree now.
Oh.
Stan is excited.
All right.
Stan is cooking right now. He wants that big man.
So
He wants that big man.
all the plague beasts sort of cower and sort of they're concerned now. They don't know what's going on, and they can feel the magic emanating off of you. So, what do you do?
I Thanos snap their ass.
So you snap your fingers and nothing happens. I'm sorry. I can't help you. You don't have a magical glove. It's not that
does this armor add anything to our strikes or anything like that?
Yeah, you all get +3 armor.
How about attack?
Hell yeah.
Your attacks are all the same, but don't forget you all have magical weapons that have their own special abilities as well.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Did I get Meep's bow then?
Did you pick it up? Tell me.
Oh boy. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, that's fine.
That's the one thing that he kept for Meep.
Yep. So let's say you just picked up the bow, right? It's on the ground. You picked it up, and sort of as you picked it up, it is a curse bone made with elven bones. You feel all the emotions that Meep had within Meep flow into you, sort of taking up Meep's quests and desires as your own.
Okay.
So now I want to kill fucking Faye?
Maybe.
That sounds about right.
Just everyone's like, yeah, that's good old Meep.
Well, now that we're standing back up, I want to fuck up the magic user one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all going for it. That one
Yeah,
guy.
screw him.
Everybody going after the same person?
Yep.
Are we all going for the
Hell
magic
yeah.
user?
Yeah, screw this guy.
So yeah, everyone rolled 2d6
Hump
plus
that man.
your appropriate attribute.
Oh, I got 13, 14 with my sword. Sweet.
What'd you get?
So, question.
Yeah.
Alright, so my Willow Spear has +1 animal attacks.
Yes.
I'm a bear right now.
Yes.
So, like, do I get +1
Yeah.
on attack?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, so it'll be your strength and then your that +1 and then whatever your roll is. So.
Okay, cool.
So
Awesome.
What'd you get?
A 6?
And is that with the +1?
Yeah, that's with it.
Okay. All right. And then Thorin, what'd you get?
I got a 12.
12. And then Kai.
I got 9.
9. All right. Cool. So you're all going after this one. So explain to me what it is, how it is you want to, each of you explain to me how it is you want to attack him.
We're going for a bow shot. Bow shot.
Okay. And then what's Mist doing?
Mist is gonna rip his fucking arms off.
Oh, okay.
I feel like a mighty mean ass tree.
Yeah. Okay. And then what's Thorin doing?
Thorin's gonna make a drink. He's making a low-fat soy wheatgrass latte.
Okay.
And he's gonna, when he attacks his arms, he's gonna force that drink down the guy's throat.
Okay. All right. And then what was Amanita attempting to do?
So, she's a bear. So I guess she has to have her spirit in her mouth.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, she doesn't want to, like, gag herself on it, so it's gonna be, like, sideways in
Yeah,
her mouth,
I mean, that
and she's
makes
gonna
sense.
try to do, like, a spin move to build up some momentum and just get it in the side.
Okay, all right. So, and then let me get Mist, Thorin, and Kai to roll for damage.
6.
Four.
That's a 4.
Okay. All right. So. All right. So. All right. So, the Amanita, being a bear and having bear speed, is running towards this thing. Amanita is going to make the first attack and sort of goes to swing with the spear, but sort of slips in the mud and sort of spins out and spins past the plague beast to towards the other two, and the one with the mace sort of knocks Amanita off into the distance, and then Amanita is going to take a little bit of damage. So
Ugh.
you're going to take 2 damage, which you'll mostly ignore because of all the armor you've got on at this moment. So
Right.
Yep. Now, for the rest of you, Kaya looses the bow. The bow hits the plague beast sort of square in the chest, and you see roots come from the ground and bind it in place as this happens. And then after that, Mist runs up to it and grabs it by the arms, pulling with all of Mist's might to jerk the arms off. Managing to get one off, the other one's still there, but he jumps back, one arm in tow. And then as that happens, Thorin jumps on top of it and crams the drink into its mouth, causing damage as well, and then leaping back. It's stuck in place, but as that's happening, the one with the scythe is now racing towards the three of you. What happens?
Trying another fucking spin move.
Yeah, I'll take my new magical rapier and try to chop his other arm off.
Okay.
Well, they're attacking that one. How's he looking? Pretty beat up, or
I mean,
not really?
He's bleeding, he's hurt, but he's definitely still like pretty angry and raring to go at the moment.
I say we stick with him. Maybe one more good round.
All right, then I'll take my cup chokes and try and strangle him with them.
Okay. And then Kai.
I'm gonna get another shot in with the bow.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna say because Thorin has just done his move, so Mist is closest and gonna have the most opportunity to go first. Let me get everyone to roll their 2d6 plus perspective modifiers.
Plus what?
I got a 7.
7.
I got a 9.
7.
3. Oh no, sorry, it's just 2.
Yeah.
So 6.
6. All right, and so 6, and then what did Amanita get? Sorry.
A 9.
9, and then Thorin.
It's gonna be an 8.
8, and then Kai.
6.
6. All right, and then so let me get Amanita and Thorin to roll for damage.
It's a 5.
That's an 8.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, first of all, explain to me what everyone was attempting to do.
Counter spin move.
All right.
Chop other arm off.
Right. And Thorin was hitting, and then what was Kai doing?
Just shooting another bow.
Sure. Okay.
And I was trying to strangle him.
Yep. All right. So, Amanita does sort of get back up on her feet and spins back around, catching the caster in the back, and he starts to bleed out the back, and then Thorin with his cupchucks managed to hit like an uppercut with his cupchucks, catching it in the jaw. The plague beast, still frozen in place, could do nothing at the moment. But as you do all that, the vines are starting to sort of weaken and wither, and he's looking pretty hurt at the moment. He's breathing real hard with his one last hand. He's got his staff drawn close to his chest. But as that happens, the one with the scythe and one with the mace are now making attacks. So as Kai loosed the bow, the force with which it released kind of like made Kai stumble just a second, and the arrow flies right by the plague beast, and then Mist, who's going to cut off the arm, doesn't quite make contact because as Thorin did the uppercut, the plague beast rears back just a little bit, and so your swipe misses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So the one with the scythe makes a swing, and catches both Kai and Amanita across their sides, and the one with the mace hits Thorin, knocking him into mist. So. Let's see. Amanita and Kai are taking 7 damage. Minus your armor, though, because remember you've got 1 armor and then +3 on the so you're deducting 4 from that. Okay.
Okay.
So +3s are wood armor.
You have the wood armor, yeah, and then you had the armor that you were wearing. So you're only gonna take about 3 damage in this particular instance.
Heard.
Yep. And then on the other side,
don't kill her with your toe this time, Thorin. Don't do with me.
Yeah, Thorin and Mist are taking.
Oh, right.
Hey,
No damage.
look at that new damage. So you got knocked into each other, but you're okay. So
I cradle him gently.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
Good Papa.
So
No.
you've all been knocked around a little bit. What's going on?
I really don't like these things. I want to throw another dagger with poison on it. I got 3 uses of that crap.
All right. So who are you throwing it at?
The one with the mace, the one that has both arms.
Sure. Okay. So 2d6 plus your dex.
9.
All right. So you throw your dagger. It hits the one with the mace in the shoulder. And
this one's named Ted.
Ted,
we need your help.
So
They killed Bill. Help him.
So he looks kind of confused, and he whispers at you. He goes, "Ted, I am not Ted. So confused." And so he just kind of sits there contemplating what's going on right now, because you did not get a 10. So, but he's at the moment still just sort of trying to figure things out. He's trying to understand what's going on.
Don't fight it, Ted.
So what are the rest of you guys? What's happening?
I'm gonna maul some shit.
Okay, what are you mauling?
The closest one to where we just got attacked.
Okay, well, you're still sort of right beside the one, right near the one that has the staff, and then also sort of the one with the scythe is sort of near you as well.
I'm gonna try to take the staff.
Okay. Are you attacking?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
So it's gonna be a bite.
Yeah. Okay, so 2d6 strength.
4, 5.
Okay.
That's 9.
Yep.
And then I don't have the strength modifier.
Yeah. Well, you have +1 for being an animal. +1 on the animals.
Oh
attack.
shit!
Yep.
10.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So tell me how you bite this thing and murder it.
Nice.
So, okay, word. Yeah, go for the jugular.
All right.
Nice.
Just tear that shit apart.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you bite in with your mighty jowls, grabbing his larynx and ripping it straight out of his throat, sort of blood spurting everywhere, and good old. Oh, he doesn't have an. Oh yeah, he's Staffy, right? No.
Yes.
Staffy.
Yeah.
He's got the, yeah, he's got the staffy thing.
Staff.
So yeah, so Staffy just kind of like gurgles and falls over on his back and sort of just turns into sort of mist as leaving just rags behind.
Sweet.
And his staff falls to the ground, and he is definitely on the dead side. So, all right, what's next?
I'm gonna attack the one with the sai.
Okay, all right. 2d6 plus your what are you strength?
That's gonna be an 8.
Okay, all right. So all right, you and then roll for damage too. Let's go and do that.
Ooh, that's a 10, sir.
Jeez. All right, nice. All right, so you're gonna do some damage. Tell me how you do it.
I'm going with an oldie but trustworthy. I'm gonna let go of my beard. I'm gonna put my cup chucks back in them. I'm doing my heavy metal beard thrashing.
All right, yeah, sure. Okay, so yeah, you fix the cup chucks to your beard and you start heavy metaling around, beating the plague beast in the face and chest. And he takes several hits before he finally leaps back. And when he leaps back, he lands and he sort of hisses at you like he's mad.
Don't hiss at me.
Yeah. And he sort of screams at you. He says, "You'll never take my mistress. We will stop you." Yep. So let's see. Kai, what's going on?
I'm going to attack the one with the scythe as well.
Okay. All right.
Go in for it.
All right. So yeah, 2d6 plus dex.
That's an 11.
Nice. All right. So then roll for damage.
A 1! Let's go!
Cool. Well,
Go!
it's not entirely fruitless. So you shoot your arrow, right? Maybe he's jumped back kind of a further distance away from you, so it's a little bit harder of a shot. So your arrow sort of hits him right in the thigh. But because you've got the enchanted bow and it's magical, here again roots come up from the ground, wrapping around him, holding him in place.
Nice.
So we got him, and then we've got Ted, who's good old Teddy, who's still sort of confused at the moment and inactive. So what's everyone doing? Mist?
I'm gonna tell Ted to attack my mother.
Okay.
She's the one chanting evil shit.
Yep. All right. So you're using let's use some charisma on that.
Shit if I know.
2d6 plus charisma.
Persuasion.
That'll be a 12, good sir.
All right.
Woo!
God.
All right. So sure, yeah. Ted starts walking to the enchantress with his mace, and he goes to make an attack, but the mace stops just before it hits her, and as she looks at Ted, she uses a sort of a force back power and knocks him several feet away from her.
Poor Ted.
Yeah, and this blunt force puts Ted on the ground for a few minutes. So, what's next?
Am I allowed to attack even though I commanded Ted to do something?
We'll come back to you, but that's sort of your action for the moment.
I'm gonna attack the one with the Psy again.
Let's do. Let's see, what order are we in? Amanita is probably.
Amanita, yeah.
In the next turn order.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna hit one more fucking spin move.
Okay.
This will be the one. I feel it in my bones.
Got it.
That's 5.
Ooh.
And that's a 3 plus
Hey.
1.
9.
So it's a 9.
Who spin the
Who's left?
We got Ted and
The Reaper Saidu with one arm.
and Reaper, yeah.
I call him Psy Guy.
He's still got his
Hi,
arms.
Ted.
You're up the arm off of Staffy.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna
That
go
is
with
good.
the Reaper guy.
All right. So let's do. Well, he's yeah. So he's ensnared, so he can't do anything right at the moment. But go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your strength on that.
That's a 5 and a 1, and I don't have a strength modifier.
Okay, but plus 1 to attacks. So
Right.
you're an animal. So that's 7 total. Cool.
That's 7.
All right. And so you're going to make that move. What is Thorin and Kai doing?
I'm gonna see if Kai will throw Thorin. I'm gonna explain to Kai. Me and Meat tried this. We'd call it Nomageddon. Let's try it for old time's sake.
He gives a knowing nod. Meat really likes being thrown around.
Yes.
So he's in it to win it.
All
Let's
right,
go.
cool. So let's.
I'm in the background. You can do it.
All right. So let's get you to roll your 2d6 plus strength, and then 2d6 plus bonds.
Is she rolling strength or am I?
You're rolling strength, and she's rolling bonds.
That's a 10.
Yep. Okay.
That's gonna be an 8.
Okay. All right. So, how do you throw Thorin there, Kai?
So he like bends down so he can put one of his little dwarf feetsies in his hands, and he just kind of shoots him up in the air like Meat did in the beginning of the campaign.
Sure.
In the bar scene.
Yeah.
So it's
right.
similar. That's where Meat got her throwing skills. You can tell.
And
It's-
and suddenly a reprise of the Glitterbeard scene happens. And as Thorin is launched through the air, Cupchucks in hand, and a classic spinning move with his Cupchucks, and flies through the air, graceful, and his hair comes undone once again, with the locks just flowing behind him, and the glitter falls, and maybe when everyone sheds a tear, remembering the scene from before with me. I know. So yeah, you let's roll. Let's roll for damage.
And as I'm coming down, I'm gonna be like, "For me!"
Okay. So what's your damage?
It's gonna be a 7.
All right. So you're gonna do some damage. Tell me how it happens.
I'm just gonna come down, glorious glitter beard and hair all up and everywhere, and then I'm gonna just take my cups, open them up, and put my fist in the cups, and just go straight down, Superman punch.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. You come down. Both cups in the face. Is that what you're doing for the face?
Yeah.
Yep. Both cups sort of in the face, Superman style. And he's helpless to do anything because he's still ensnared. So you catch him in the face with the 2 cups. But obviously that doesn't give you a very good landing trajectory. So you do that, and you fall to the ground, and take some mild damage potentially.
I go up just to go down.
Yeah. So take 5 damage on that.
I take no damage on that.
Okay, so there you go. All right. So yeah, you hit the ground. It comes with a thud, but you're sturdy dwarf, and so you didn't discover any damage on that. Meanwhile, Mist, what's happening?
Me and Ted are gonna run at the scythe guy and try to fuck his world up together. As
Okay.
best friends.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna have, let's roll 2d6 on charisma for that. Okay. 6.
That's 8.
So you have plus 2 charisma.
No, but I'm attacking with charisma.
Yeah.
No, it's +1, so that's 8. No, 7. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So and then let me get you to roll 2d6 plus your dex.
Now it's an 8.
Now it's an 8. All right. So yeah, you guys run together to hit this guy. You're lunging towards him. Let me get you to roll your damage and then roll a d4 extra for your buddy there's damage.
All right. I'm gonna do a 6, and he's gonna do. You said a D4?
Yep.
He's gonna do it too.
All right, and this is a scythe guy I'm talking about. Yep.
Yes.
All right. So 6, 8 total. Yep. All right. So yeah. So describe to me how you both hit him.
All right. So I go for the face as hard as I can, and he goes for the back of the head.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. So yeah, you catch him. But sort of as all that's happening, the scythe guy sort of cracks down on the mace's guys' heads, and he goes, "Idiot!" And good old Ted shakes his head, and he says, "Brother, we do not attack friends." And he looks at you. Your hold over him is broken. And so at this point, he's pretty upset for the trickery. Meanwhile, Amanita, what's going on?
She's gonna stop being a bear now.
Okay. So you unbear.
Yeah, unbear.
It's unbearable.
Twins. Just wondering, is the lady watching us?
She's pretty focused on her casting at the moment.
I'm gonna try to be sneaky. I'm gonna try to sneak around and see how we get there.
Okay. So you're trying to sneak behind her, or?
Sneaky bear.
Yeah. But she's not a bear.
Okay. All right. So yeah, give me a 2d6 on dexterity for Defy danger.
2d6. That's a 5 and a 3 plus what?
Plus your dexterity.
Dex. That's nothing.
Okay.
So 8.
All right. So yeah, you sort of start making your way behind. You start sneaking. We'll say you're still a good 20 yards away, but you've sort of gotten behind her esque, and that's where you are at the moment. So meanwhile, what are Thorin and Kai doing?
Hopefully killing one of these things.
Yeah, definitely.
Freaking Psy guy has 100 lives.
Well, I've been doing some damage to the side guy.
Yeah.
He's not dead though.
Is the other guy still alive too?
Yeah, yeah.
The mace guy is not my friend anymore.
The mace guy's not his friend, and he's basically taking no damage yet. So
I want to try and do my old knee to face maneuver.
okay.
God.
To face.
All right. And then while you're doing that, what is Kai doing?
Kai's gonna take out his short sword and go in for a close range attack and try and take out the legs on the scythe dude.
Okay. Let's get you both to roll your d6s, plus strength on Thorin and plus dex on Kai.
That's a 10.
That's also going to be a 10 for me.
All right, let me get you.
Dang.
Let me get you both roll for damage then.
A 5.
That's also a 5.
Twinsies!
Yeah.
Twinsies.
So tell me how you guys murder Mr. Scytheman.
Yes.
I'm taking off both of his fucking legs. Have fun walking, sir.
All right. And what's Thorin gonna do?
And then
You're gonna do
when
knee to the face.
as he's falling forward, Thorin's just gonna run with all his little leg strength and just straight up knee to face.
Okay,
He's
sure.
now at your height, so you can do it without.
I call this the kissing maneuver
Yes.
as I slam it right in his face.
So yeah, sure. Kai runs in, slices at the legs, sort of severing both of them, and as the plague beast starts to fall to the ground, Thorin's coming in right behind Kai and just jumps up in the air, throwing his knee up, forcing his knee through the bottom jowls of it up into the roof of his mouth, knocking his head back. You hear a crack, and he falls to the ground. And as he does so, he starts to mist away, just leaving sort of the remnants of his clothes behind. So that happens. Yeah.
Nice.
So Mist, what's going on?
I'm gonna give Ted the middle finger, and I'm gonna stab him in his fucking eyes with my new magic rapier thing.
Okay. Let's get 2d6 on hack and slash for plus dex on you.
Oh, good. That's a 6. No, that's a 4. Yeah, it's a 6.
6. Yeah. So yeah. So you go after him with your rapier, stabbing right for his eyes. But Ted's none too happy about the enslavement, really. So Slave takes a mighty swing with his mace in an upward fashion, catching you sort of right in the gut, pushing you back several feet in
Sweet.
the air. And Ted's going to do a wee bit of damage. So what do we got here for Ted? Yep. So that's 8.
Oh, awesome. I take 4 damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, and then while that's happening, Amanita, what are you doing? You're sort of like back behind the enchantress at the moment.
So, alright. I would like to shift into a squirrel.
Okay. All right. So sure. Go ahead and roll for that. That's
Dan and Bonita.
2d6 plus wisdom.
That's a 4 and a 5. And wisdom is +2.
All right. So yes, you're a squirrel, but now we need to clarify some things. What does the squirrel do?
The squirrel climbs.
Climbs. All right.
Alright, help me out, guys.
Hold on. Climbing is something a squirrel does anyways. Is there like let's a little more unique?
Scratch.
Hot lie.
It scratches.
No.
And be bisexual. That's the 3 things.
I don't know if that's a skill either. That's...
The squirrel bites, scratches,
Yeah.
and
Fucking.
Irritates. What it does, it irritates.
It hides nuts. Okay.
right.
Bust balls.
Your
That's what
mouth looks like a good spot. Just that's how they die. Stand
things
beside
that
all the nuts.
Maybe a squirrel scouts or something. I don't know.
Squirrels.
Right. Fits in small spaces.
All right. Cool. All right. So you're a squirrel. And as you turn into a squirrel, you're doing anything? Is there a...
So, is it really a D&D campaign if someone doesn't try to seduce somebody?
I mean, sure. Go ahead.
Alright, so evil Stan is still up there with the lady, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
That's
Don't
He's
do
gonna
that.
try to get his attention
Squirrel.
because
Well, it's not
does
yours. It's
speak
the evil squirrel.
Squirrelish, like she can understand forest and cave creatures.
Sure. All right. So yeah, if you're gonna roll 2d6 plus charisma, you can on
Please don't be terrible.
Evil
Please don't be
Stan.
terrible. Oh, that's a 1 and a 5 plus charisma is 1,
so 7.
so that's 7.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yes, you sort of impose your wiles on anti-Stan. Maybe you release some pheromones. I don't know what squirrels do.
They shake their tail and show nuts.
So yeah, so you anti-Stan sort of sees you, and then runs towards you, and as he runs towards you, he gets right upon you, and sort of like chitters at you, and as near as you can tell, he's telling you about his nuts. But he's hidden in the forest. Okay.
Okay.
I got nuts in the ditch for days.
So yeah, he just sort
Or
of
stuff for the past.
he just starts boring you with all this nut chatter, and
The nut sense.
while that's happening, let's get over to Thorin and Kai, who are over there together. You've just slain the Mr. Scythe man. What's next?
I'm gonna take out another bow, an arrow, and shoot at the other guy, because now he's no longer a friend.
Ted.
Yes,
Just
Ted, because he's not a friend anymore.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be like, "Welcome to my TED Talk."
All right, and then Thorin, what are you doing?
Yeah, all we have left is Ted, right?
Ted and the Enchantress. Yeah.
and the evil squirrel.
And the evil squirrel.
I can stomp on that thing. Come on.
He could. I'm going to help Kai with the other rat dude.
With the TED Talk.
Yeah, Ted.
TED Talk. With the TED Talk. Wait, could I try and seduce Ted and call it a TED Talk?
I mean, you could.
What a horny finale.
You you can attempt that, sure.
I'm not gonna attempt that.
Sure.
But he's definitely gonna suggestively flick his tail as he's throwing a bow.
Okay.
Or shooting a bow and arrow. Should I?
Alright, so yeah, I mean, roll, if you'll both roll.
Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah, roll 2d6 plus your appropriate attributes.
That's a 3, bud.
Oh, okay.
Cool. And what do you...
I got a 6.
Cool.
Oh no!
Alright, so what happens? Is Thorn, you're going for old Ted.
Old Ted.
So you're swinging your cup checks and you're running towards old Ted, and Kai looses the bow at the same time, but unfortunately you sort of step in the way of the bow, and the bow catches you in the back, and as that happens, you sort of fling your nunchucks back, and they sort of hit Kai in the head. And so
Nice.
if you can roll damage for each other.
Oh, go easy on.
Man.
Go easy
I'll
on.
try.
well, that's a 5, but that's none on you, right?
Yeah, and you got a 4.
Okay, so
Yeah, just one really.
yeah, so that's a 0 for me, right? Because
Okay.
I have 3, and then I have one armor.
Okay, yeah, yep.
Alright.
So alright, so yeah, y'all get hit, but you're not getting a whole lot of damage. Thank goodness for that wooden armor, and missed magical powers. Mist, what are you doing?
I'm really hating plague rats.
More than goblins?
Yeah, no, not so much. No, goblins are still worse. Alright, so Ted's the only one left, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, let's fuck Ted up. I'm gonna go for one of his legs.
Alright. 2d6 plus dex?
9.
Alright. So, and then roll for damage?
5.
Alright.
No, that would be a 6 with the sword. So.
Yep. 6. Yep. Math. Alright, so yeah, you're gonna do some damage to him? Tell me how you do it.
I'm gonna slash his kneecaps, hopefully severing the stupid thing.
Okay,
Dear
yeah.
God.
So yeah, you slash his
Lord.
kneecaps.
I was violent.
You definitely make a good hit, cutting his kneecaps, and he hisses in pain. He's not going down yet though, and that's kind of where we are. Amanita, what are you doing with old Randy Stan?
Trying to snap his neck like a snake.
Oh, let me get 2d6 plus
Damn.
plus damage. Or plus sting.
Nice.
Alright, let's see.
Play with his feeling.
That's 2. And that's a 6.
8.
Plus animal, which is 1.
Yeah. So that's what, 8 total? Yep. Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
Yep. All right. Cool. So yeah. And then roll for damage.
That's a 6. And a 5. Holy smokes.
Well, no, your damage
Plus
is
1 for animal attacks.
your damage is just like whatever your druid damage is.
Oh, okay.
You made a
That's
successful roll, so
1d6.
yeah.
That's a 2.
Okay. Yeah. Luckily,
Not as fun.
luckily, Anti-Stan is he's pretty weak. So, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you manage to snap Anti-Stan's neck, and he sort of falls to the ground dead, and sort of crumbles away in the same way that the other enemies did. But he does leave behind his roller derby. His tiny little boat.
She puts it on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Become anti-Stan.
Me and regular Stan cheer in the background.
Yeah. All right. So, Meep and Thor. Not Meep. Sorry. Meep.
R.I.P. me.
Damn.
Kai.
Pour one out.
Yeah. You've just been the receivers of your own damage. What's going on?
Thorin's gonna get up, and he's just getting really frustrated with like what he did in that last one.
Yeah.
And then he's just gonna do like he's so frustrated right now and so angry that he's gonna do what all 80s kids did when they were angry, and I'm gonna do a footloose dance.
Oh no.
As I attack, like just take all my frustrations out on a footloose type dance. Conjure my inner Kevin Bacon as I attack him.
Is this like capoeira or whatever?
Yeah, like the whole like dancing scene where
Yeah.
he's in the warehouse by himself. Yeah. Like he's just taking all that frustration and he's gonna do like a dancing like.
All right, so let's roll for attack on that. Roll your 2d6 plus strength.
Can I do something right quick?
Sure.
So I'm gonna use arcane art for Kai,
Okay.
and I'm going to put plus 1d4 forward to damage for him, so it's just aiding in his attack if he succeeds.
Okay.
I guess.
Yep. Fine.
So I have to roll. What do I roll for that?
I don't know what to say.
It just says roll plus charisma.
Oh, 2d6 then.
Okay. So that's a 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay. So it says on a 10 and up, the ally gets the selective effect, and that's it.
Okay.
So.
All right. And then so then go ahead and roll for your damage, or not damage, but your attempt, Thorin.
It's gonna be an 11, sir.
Okay. Cool. And then roll for damage. Roll your regular, and then plus a d4 as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be an 11.
Nice. And all right. So you're definitely gonna do some dance damage. Some dance damage.
Dance damage.
Yep. So
you just see Thorin like get in the groove, and then he just started like
Kai
throws off. Yeah, he just throws off. And he's just running at him and just dancing and flailing and like hair and scrunchies and glitter is just going everywhere with the cups going.
There's just like a fury of hipster action hitting this guy all over, and he definitely takes a lot of damage. You can see some like bruising and stuff, and then he sort of like chomps at you, and then jumps back about 20 feet, pulling his mace up in defense and hissing. So
he didn't like the dance.
No, he's not a fan. And missed. What are you doing?
I'm gonna run at him again and chop his other damn leg.
Okay. All right.
He's still hopping. That's a problem.
So let's. Yep.
No.
No.
6.
Yep. All right. So yeah. So you run towards him, and you go to cut him. He's already standing at the ready, and so as you come, he just brings his mace up and brings it right down on top of you.
Sweet.
And then you take some damage. What do we got here? Come on.
It'll be a 10. I can guarantee it. Oh, see?
Was it a 10? It hasn't came up yet.
It was
No,
like an
it's
8
a
or 2.
It's a 2. Yeah. I don't know. It like rolled twice, which is weird.
I don't know.
Yep. We'll take it. You don't take much of a damage. You just hit the ground.
Good.
And so you're down for just a moment. So
Stan deflected the blow for me.
Yeah.
Right.
So Amanita Stan, what's going on?
Stan, I don't like it.
I guess she's gonna unstanify. Go back to being normal.
On this woman's
Alright.
shoulder.
All right. So yeah. And if you would roll 2d6 plus Dex for Defy Danger.
That's 5 and a 2. And then it's plus what?
Plus your dexterity.
Oh, I don't have anything for that.
Okay. All right. So sort of as you're doing that, the Enchantress has sort of taken some amount of notice to you, and sort of like before when she was being attacked, she releases a pulse of sort of almost like a force field, pushing back and sort of just knocks you back into the distance a little bit, sort of clearing the path around her. So in the meanwhile, we've got Thorin and we've got good old Kai. And Mist is sort of like starting to recover. What are the three of you doing?
I'm gonna start sneaking around my mother.
Okay.
Trying to get behind her, so we can kill her.
That other rat's dead, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Fucking snap. His neck is snapped.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should try and circle her. Like, she might do a pulse, but I'm not really sure. We can't get close to her.
Yeah. I mean, she's all possessed by that banshee and stuff. With the possession and all.
I want to try and make her a drink that might force the banshee out of her.
The banshee out of her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Go ahead. I mean, if only you had some way to, purge possession or something.
I feel like some of us do have that
do we have
power.
Who has that?
I most certainly don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe someone should spout lore. I don't know. I can't just hand you the answers. So somebody roll 2d6 plus the.
I'll see if I can remember if any of us has the ability to. And what is that going to be with?
Plus wisdom.
Nothing, but that's going to be a 11.
Okay, sure. So you remember that when you fought yourselves and the pedestal dissolved away, that you picked up a scroll of purge possession.
Oh.
That's not in my inventory, man.
Somebody picked that up.
Who picked it up?
I didn't pick that up. I think it was.
It would Stan.
What's it?
No, I don't know.
I only remember having the weapons in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I only remember the weapons.
Well, I mean, having just listened to the session, an hour ago, or 2 hours ago at this point, I definitely know that you got a purge possession and specifically gave it to you.
Did any of us pick it up, necessarily?
Fucking who cares? I got it.
Alright, I magically, this magic thing, Deus Ex Machina, appears in my hand. And
Thanos snapped it into existence.
And I unroll it like, this could come in handy, as
Yeah.
I slap it on Miss Mother's face.
You're gonna have to get closer than that. I think you're and
Oh, am I?
you've still sort of like you got the
Throw it.
the you've got Ted too that you're
Kai.
beside you.
Give it to Stan. Let him
Wait,
run it in.
I thought you said Ted was dead.
No, Ted's not dead. Ted's the mace guy. Mace guy is Ted.
Yeah, Mace guy's still alive.
Yeah, he's still
How's
alive.
he still alive?
'Cause you
I thought the okay.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking Ted, man. Ted don't die.
All right.
Ted
that's what I
will
was,
die.
That's what I was asking if Ted was alive.
Ted's taken about 20 damage so far.
All right. Well,
Fucking die today.
I'm gonna give the force the evil banshee thing out of her to Kai, and I'm gonna let Kai attach it to a bow and see if they can shoot it at her.
Okay.
Okay.
But well, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and so
Well, so basically, Kai's gonna be shooting it, so Kai needs to roll 2d6 plus Dex to shoot, and then you can help with your bonds because you're handing it to Kai,
Okay.
basically. So.
all right.
God, let's hope I get this right, boy. Okay, that's a 7.
That is also a 7.
Hey.
All right, so you get an 8. So yeah, all right. So you tie the scroll to your arrow and you loose it, right?
Great.
And so it sails across the field, and it enters into the barrier. You can see the barrier go out as it approaches, but it passes through with a ripple. And when it does, it sticks the enchantress right in the chest. Sort of as that happens, all of the Fae, the glow fades from their eyes, and they all just sort of fall to the ground. Ted dissolves into nothingness, right?
Wait.
Right. The enchantress falls to the ground, and as it happens, a black cloud emerges from the enchantress, and it swells and gets larger and larger and larger, it seems to be the purged banshee from the woman, and as it grows and goes, it says, "You may have stopped me this time, but your doom at the hand of the Fomorians is inevitable. I leave you with this curse." And the black cloud dissipates across the entire field, knocking all of you unconscious. So you all fall to the ground and black out for a moment, and then some time passes, and stuff happens. Yep, stuff definitely happens.
As the banshee spirit is fading, I call down the spirit of meat to have a spirit battle.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So you wake up. You wake up.
Amanita.
You wake up from your sleep, and sort of as you wake up, the necropolis is it's empty. All the Fae are gone. The black cloud of smoke, that's gone. All the plague beasts are gone. The body of the woman is laying beside the altar. What do you do?
Oh my God, Dad, are you okay?
Yeah, I think Kai's just gonna run up and check on her.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to check on my mom.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So you sort of like check on her. You got to sort of like maybe carouse her, wake her up, and she sort of like her eyes open. She looks pretty weak, and she looks at Mist and she says, my boy, how long has it been? I know not how long I've been out." And she starts to cry, and she says, "I'm sorry I left you alone. I never meant for you to grow up. It must have been so hard for you." As that's happening, you can sort of see as the light starts to fade from her eyes, and then she kind of sort of turns to Amanita and she says, You look like someone I once knew. We're Were you in a cave once?
I was. Yes, I was a little mushroom.
And she reaches up and she says, "That must have been some 200 years ago. I hope
Oh my god, you're so fucking old.
you've lived a well life." And Joel disappeared. Where'd Joel go? You'll see him?
He's still here.
He's still here.
Can y'all hear him? Can y'all see him?
Oof, he can't see you.
Okay. Alright. So, pause 1 minute. I'll see maybe if I leave and come back if that doesn't fix it.
Alright.
Don't go anywhere. In the height of the sadness, I'll just leave. It's fine.
We're gonna take a short break.
I need to change your inputs so you can't move them and only I can move them.
Yeah.
Yep. Control. I'll be right back. Maybe. I'm leaving. It's really happening. I'm returned. I don't see Joel at all now, though.
Now he's back.
Nope, I still don't see Joel.
Yeah, just see his picture now.
Joel.
He's back.
Oh, there we go.
I still don't see Joel, though. Maybe Joel.
Oh shoot, you just can't see each other.
Maybe Joel will come back. Leave and come back real quick.
Leave and come back real quick.
Joel.
Joel?
Yeah.
Try and leave and come back.
Okay, he's gonna do it again.
Goodbye.
Roll
Right at the
20.
emotional part.
I know.
Right.
Way to go, roll 20. Some people do
It
this.
took me everything in my body not to be like, she just missed out of the way and be like, no, I'm dead, oh my god.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah, we're still streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't see Joel, though. Do you guys see Joel? There he is. Okay.
I can see him.
All right,
again.
there we are.
Yay.
Okay.
All right. We are good
right.
to go then. All right.
Please tell me how old I am.
Well, you're somewhere in the realm of 150 years old ish, at least.
Hell yeah.
We still don't have an exact time frame on that, but that's about how old you are.
Okay.
So yeah, so as she's talking to you guys and sort of giving sort of her last remnants, she sort of the light from her eyes fades away and she sort of dies in your arms.
No, mommy.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, it's sad. And her body goes limp. So at this point, you've got some options before you. You can just sort of up and leave, but you still haven't collected your treasure. There still might be treasure here. There's still sort of the temple behind you. You might want to bury your mother. That's up to you. You can just
Marry your
You're my mom, huh?
I'm going to marry
Yeah.
your mom.
Barry.
I'm gonna sit on a rock and I'm gonna have like a flashback montage of all the great times me and Meep did combo or tried to attempt to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just gonna be like, I will remember you as it's playing in the background.
Everyone's like,
It's
friends are friends forever.
Yeah, it's just like you see like a video of me accidentally kicking Meep in the face and me hitting people with Meep's stinky feet and just like me and Meep walking up to the bar.
A best friend, Meep.
Yeah.
Na-na.
Yeah, it's just like a full montage of like sad crap of like me and Meep together.
Yep.
Me putting on Meep's hat. Like just everything.
So yeah. So what's happening? What are y'all doing? Y'all checking out the
I
treasure
said we
room?
check out the treasure. That was the whole point of us coming here, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Kai's gonna check in on Thorin right quick to make sure that he's all right. He seems to be going through it right now.
Definitely going through a little something. So yeah, you're doing that, and then also sort of you head to the treasure room.
Right.
You sort of
Awesome.
start checking out what's going on in there. Maybe.
Yes, definitely.
See.
All right, so you get to the treasure room, and you do find there's sort of like bits and bobs. There's definitely some treasure in here, and there's a lot of gold, some jewels, No real weapons of note of any kind, but definitely like stuff to fill your pockets. Your bag of holding, as it were. So, I assume you do that. You grab the stuff.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Do you want to check for traps? There's no traps. You're good. Hello.
All right.
Oh, I'm like losing people.
Huh?
Oh, we're good.
I lost Joel again.
Oh Lord.
Fuck.
So I don't do anything.
Mike, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just can't hear or see Joel.
You and Joel, man.
It's always fucking.
You guys.
I know. All right. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Y'all
All
need
right.
to work on your relationship problems.
I know. Okay. So I still don't see Joel.
He says he doesn't see Joel.
Oh, there he is. Wait, don't go. Don't go.
No.
Stay.
Yes.
All right.
I
I
was
can
just
see
wondering.
everybody in here right now.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. We're back.
All right. We're back. Can
We're
Joel hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Your video shot beyond me, but that'll be all right. All right. So
Sorry.
yeah, you sort of collect everything in the treasure room. There's no traps. Everything's pretty peaceful and calm.
Sweet.
So you're in there. You get everything. You're gonna sort of make your way out. This whole adventure has taken you the course of a day. That was through the night. Dawn is starting to peer through the windows of the temple and everything. It's daylight now. So you start to make your way back, sort of back to where you came, because you've really got no other options to head. And everything seems pretty calm and peaceful. Sort of as you leave the temple, you notice that it doesn't quite look the same as it did when you enter. It's a little more dilapidated. It seems like there's a little more growth around it than what you had seen before. It looks weathered. And the forest looks a little more overgrown than when you first came in.
Oh no.
But as you're coming in, it was sort of like getting to be nighttime, so things do kind of look different in the day than they do in the night. So you're coming back and you're reminiscing about your adventure. You're all pretty happy about your gold. Everyone's really sad about having lost Meep, and the whole revelation with the mother father is definitely sort of starting to get to you. And then a horde of goblins comes and attacks you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No.
And Kai died somehow.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I'm not losing Kai. Fuck
Yeah.
y'all. He's running the opposite.
So, yeah.
I'm also with Kai. Fuck this.
It's like I've done lost one character. We're not losing two.
So you get to the entrance of the church where you had left the old man fighting off all of the zombies, but you don't hear anything. So do you enter the church? What's going on?
Hell yeah, I stride right into that bitch. I want to talk to my grandpa.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So you kind of burst forth into the church. It's empty, also sort of a little more dilapidated than you remember it. Things are looking pretty old and worn. You can see the signs of the battle, but it's definitely long over at this point. No sign of Papa Tree Guy.
Where'd it go?
Yeah.
How long were we in there for?
Yeah. So you make your way out, and you sort of make your way back through the forest, back through the gate that came in initially, and you sort of start nearing the town. But when you near the town where the tavern was initially, you notice that maybe the town's in ruins. It looks like it is aged considerably, even. And as you're sort of standing there in wonder about what's gone on and what's happened in the time in the one day that you've been gone, this sort of this old figure in a hood sort of is walking by, and you sort of look at him, and he sees you, and he stops. And he says, "By the gods, is it really you?" and he pulls his hood back, and it's this old sort of decrepit orc.
The orc from the beginning.
And
Oh shit! It's the orc that got a beer for it.
and he says, "How is it possible that you look the same as you did 200 years ago?"
Moisturizer.
Man. Yep.
And so you start conversating with him, and you find out that
Dwarfs don't crack.
You've been gone 200 years. It was 200 years ago that you left the tavern to go into the.
So you say I'm 320 years old.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm 165.
So well, it's been 200 years. So you'd be 265.
265.
200 years has gone by. But he tells you that things have changed considerably since the last time he saw you. He informs you that the Minotaurs have taken control of the land at large. He says they worked in conjunction with the dwarves to wipe out all magic and kill all the Fae. That they themselves have magic users, but that by and large they've subdued magic throughout the world, and that the world has just gone to crap. That they are working under the guise of they found a new god that they follow, and that god has led them to victory, and that's where we sort of end scene.
Ooh.
How rich am I, by the way? I don't remember you telling me how rich I am.
How much treasure did we get? That's the important part. Not
Well,
the 200 years that we lost.
I don't give a shit. I'm old. I want to be all rich.
There's
You didn't know that.
There's gold and jewels. Well, so you're also the same age as when you left, but
Or are we?
it would seem
Dun,
as
dun,
it would seem as though the curse that the banshee left you was propelling you so far into the future.
Cool, man.
But
Does that mean all the coin I have is worth more?
You're pretty filthy rich. We'll say it's the equivalent of 300 gold pieces each. So
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
yeah.
All
So
right.
you're all pretty filthy rich, but sort of now you've got new things to sort out in the future possibly. So, but that's a different campaign.
Oh my gosh.
So, and just as an FYI, I do intend to keep all the games that I do with people in the same universe. So there could be some mixing and matching and some combining. So now all the things may not take place at the exact same timeline, but it will be in the same world. So the characters could potentially meet up. So
Ooh.
right.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Right. So, but yeah. So what do you guys think? Did you have fun?
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Heck yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so we got just a few minutes. Do we highlights, favorite parts? What did y'all like the most?
I hated the goblin.
Mm.
And the next
I
time
love
I
that they
go
didn't
to
have to
him,
deal
I'll
with
have
that.
him tattoo that shit on me too.
Yeah.
I like the key things. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the doppelgangers was pretty neat too.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, the plague beasts were cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So you wanting us to do like so let's say you're wanting all these people to be like cameos, or you wanting them to be like maybe we pop in and then it's just like a cameo or something like that.
So the goal of the universe is I'll run 4-week sessions, and typically the way that I'll run it is that when you play a 4-week session, you'll take at least 4 weeks off before you come back to the next session. And so you can come back in the next session after the next 4 weeks, or in a future session if you choose to. It's just sort of what fits best for your schedule. That way, I feel like no one's going to get burnt out. Like we're not going to play the same game for like 2 years, and everyone's like just tired of it. So it kind of it'll keep things sort of fresh. And then also it gives the option to sort of rotate people in and out. So, and then I also envision doing some one shots as well. So like a 4-hour session on like a Friday or a Saturday night, and including a mix and match of people for that as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, which is nice, especially for other people who maybe like a little more timid about doing it and not committing to a 4-week session. They can do it once, see if they like it, and then they might come back later. So, but definitely. So the next session we'll have some tie-in to this one. So, and then beyond that, we'll be directly tied into this one. So, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys all for playing. I greatly appreciate it.
It was fun, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us. That was great.
yeah, it's good.
Woo!
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I was a little concerned about the online because I've never done roleplay online before, but yeah, I think it works out pretty well.
Not that bad. It's just the connection.
Yeah,
Once you,
Good for quarantine.
yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, but it's good though. So, all right. Well, any last parting thoughts?
See you in 20 years, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Are there any parts you didn't like? How about that?
Goblins.
Yeah, pretty much. The fucking goblins.
If they was cool,
Yeah, I wasn't here for that, and everything seemed pretty perfect. So
Yeah, you were just collecting crystals. It's fine.
Yeah, other than that, it was great.
Rocks. She was collecting rocks. Being more, you gotta be exact.
Mike, are you able to see our chat whenever we're talking?
Some, yeah. I don't pay a lot of attention because I'm like looking at like this like page of
Sheets.
notes that I've got going
figured as
on. And
much.
then I'm over here like doing math for all these like
All the math.
stuff. Yeah. Y'all still had about 20 hit points left on old Ted before he died.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yeah, so-
man.
What did he start with?
Oh, so all the Pygmies
Fucking Ted.
started with 30 hit points, but when they ate the one, they gained they split his hit points among themselves.
Oh.
So there was 3 damage done, but they all ended up with an additional like 10 hit points, so they ended up all having 40, the 3 of them. So he still had 20 left on him. But I always had it by design that if you use the scroll, it would have. I mean, if you all showed the scroll at the beginning of the fight, and were successful, they would have all disappeared at the very beginning. But nobody remembered the scroll. And
Nobody remembered that we
I
had.
know.
I fucking hate my life. I was even looking at my notes, and I literally have it right here. Purge possession.
I know.
It wasn't in my notes.
Yeah.
I didn't have it in my
You
inventory.
said you didn't have it.
Yeah, we because there was even a discussion about what that meant and everything in the last campaign. Now I have the benefit of I typically listen to the last campaign at least once. All of these I actually listen to twice, so I can take notes and plan the next session. So
Gotcha.
like it's fresh in my mind. Like I know you had the purge scroll because I gave it on purpose. But yeah, good times all around.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yep.
I'm interested in seeing your next game, dude. That's
Yeah.
gonna be
Big
crazy.
shame.
Yeah. The next one.
Have you still not heard from that other guy?
No, I've got
Somebody else lined up?
till Friday, and then I'll look at someone else. So